pretty significant damage. Like we could actually see that puck coil killing the Queen of Pain in this game. Definitely a hard co-op game. So
yeah,
presumably this is like a very specialty pick for fixers.
Fixers, yeah, I would assume so too. Pepehands desperately need a series win, but this is probably one of the toughest matchups they're going to have all season.
Yeah, it's looking rough.
I mean, and not just in the draft, but I mean in general because of how good these players are. But yeah, that too. Bane on the Insidious on the Bane is gonna have kind of a tricky time getting a full grip off because there's so much disable. You know, the puck silence, the Dream Coil, of course, the Luna Lucent Beam, the line, everything, the Beastmaster Roar, the Wind Ranger Shackle Shot. Bane will not have the easiest time getting a full grip, and they kind of need one in order to actually like kill this puck and or Luna for that matter, or Wind Ranger for that matter. So I think this matchup is pretty brutal for this Pepehands team, to be fair, Jenkins.
I definitely think that if there's not some like crazy shenanigans, the thing is though, I was gonna say if Pepehands can kill the Radiant side a lot in the laning phase, it doesn't really matter the draft as long as they're the Dire squad in the laning phase. It doesn't really matter what the draft is as long as they're doing these kind of crazy rotations and stuff like that, securing the map. But the early game kills don't really matter as much anymore. It's more about zoning in the lane, just because there's this. You don't get as much gold from killing anymore.
Yeah,
the respawn time has been reduced greatly, so people just come back right into lane. They don't lose any experience. They can just come back into lane with full mana, full HP. So it's actually kind of more beneficial to just play like the harass game. And I think that the Titans have a much better lineup for that and for dealing with kind of harass team in the line and the Luna. I don't think that the line and the Luna are going to get zoned as much as Pepehands would like in this in the safe lane. So yeah, they can run around and they can kill for sure, but I don't know if that's going to do it. Like a lot of the time, if there's just an outdraft in the lanes in this current patch, it's just really rough. It's hard to win. I don't want to say you lose. You know, Dota, you can always win a game of Dota, but like lanes matter a lot.
Yeah.
And it's looking like the lanes are pretty hugely favored. And the mid game, going out of the laning stage, it looks like there's also, favoring the Titans. So
yeah, I agree completely. This is just a tricky game overall. I feel like this Morphling's going to have to do a lot of work. They're going to really have to also fight around Ravage, too, for Pepehands for 2D. If they can get off a couple of good Ravages, maybe this game gets a little bit easier for them, but I believe that it's going to be a little bit tricky, and we'll wait and see. The laning setup, of course, it is as expected with the Taskus Titans team, the Beastmaster with 3 Mangoes. The amount of regen that he's going to have, especially when he levels up and gets more strength, is going to be ridiculous. And Ragey Potato on the Wind Ranger playing the support role down to that bottom lane, and, of course, Lion and Luna in the top lane. So,
dude, look at look at Beastmaster's strength gain, and it's like, oh god, that's a lot. Look at Wind Rangers. Like what?
That's pretty good. She doesn't have the highest agility gain, to be fair, but that's fine.
It doesn't, but
and that's good too because Wind Ranger is super squishy in terms of like HP pool, so she needs those levels. Once she does get them, she can actually survive in some of these fights.
She really does, yeah.
How much? What's her base armor? 1? Yeah, it's 1. Okay, so she'll probably sit at 1 for a while. I don't think she gets any armor items, to be fair, either.
Already starting to play the harass game. Goes for the power shot at level 1 and just shoots the Morphling.
Oh, Earth Spike.
So,
oh, this is. I looked away and I literally missed the Earth Spike as it happened. But Skemberloo trying to use his Lunar Blessing damage. So Tide Tusk. It's a bit tricky for the Luna. If she gets Anchor Smash, she might not have the best time. They could try to roll on her with a snowball, and that could be a bit of an issue. But
it's a hard kill though.
Yes.
Tide is not a super kill heavy hero, and
right.
Tusk wants to set up for people to kill, but he's not really a damage dealer himself. Like, I feel like they have 2 setup heroes.
But the thing is, beefy. You know, she might not get farm, even though she might not die. Like, getting CS in this lane seems tricky, because it's a Lion. What does he do exactly against a Tide Hunter and a Tusk?
Useless, yeah. I mean, he can double spike, I guess, to defend the Luna, if there's ever a shard.
He double spikes, then he's out of mana, because he doesn't have mana drain. He's just like, I am miserable. All right, it looks like Skemberloo is having just as many mic issues as we were having earlier today. Great.
That's good. I don't feel like I'm alone in the struggle.
Trent had an issue the other day where literally his mic, like, he had to unplug his microphone and plug it back in. It took him 5 minutes to actually, like, I introduced him in the draft. I'm like, hello, Trent? And he just went quiet for 5 minutes, and we fixed it.
It's so weird that like, I wonder why that happened.
Yeah, I think it's a faulty USB cord, level. To be honest.
You think so?
Yeah, it's a USB. Usually when it's happened to us a lot, it's usually either a faulty USB cord or port. More often so the port, I believe. So
it's usually the port with USB issues.
Yeah. USB, you know, it's a nice nice universal hub. It's still kind of annoying.
Yeah, it's weird plugging into the same one and it works.
It's very strange. Anyway, already the puck having a great time for Jamesy. This is not surprising. Although the quap gets back up to even pretty much. But I'm going to keep my eyes peeled bottom. I don't think they're going to get a kill top for either side. I don't think mid should die, although Fixers is going in aggressively. He should have a Fairy Fire, and he does. He won't even need to use it, I don't think. But I think we'll keep our eyes peeled bottom because there's a very good chance the kill happens here.
Yeah, this is... I think we'll probably be more likely to see the kills around like 2 to 3 minutes when they start getting levels in the power shot, shackle, levels in the wild axes. Like the way you play these lanes usually is to just bully until they're sitting at no regen and like 60% HP, and then as regen is flying out, you go for the kill.
Go for the kill, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll need some levels in shackle shot before they can actually probably kill Insidious C or the Morphling for that matter. But the wild axis spam will come. Luna not doing that poorly. 6 last hits, tied with the Morphling. Of course, it's still early. The camp has been blocked, so pulling is... It's going to have to come down to the hard camp, and it's a difficult pull.
It's a hard pull, man. I don't even know if you can... Okay, it's just stacking. He's just stacking. Because I don't think you can pull that way unless you tango a tree.
Yeah, no. You have to... Right, I think you have to go through... I don't even know how you pull this, to be honest. I could do, like, Radiant, but Dire I can't do.
You need to have it so that, like, the melee auto attack is hitting you at a range, and then you move into the creep wave. It's pretty ridiculous.
I've seen people do it. Trent is a... I keep talking about Trent, but it's true. He's very good at doing it for somebody that's, like, my skill level, so...
I see people doing it this way. It's a lot easier if you just pull it like that.
Like across the way? Yeah, that makes it easier.
Yeah, you do it across.
But then the issue is that they can contest the pull, or you have to keep the wave a little bit further back, kind of.
Yeah, and the tower's so close that it's like it's basically where the wave is going to be.
Yeah.
Unless it's in the tower, and you have a very very small window if it's in the tower.
Yeah. Jamesy getting ice sharded, but they missed it. That's one of the good heroes that could still do really good in the mid lane and like roaming. Roaming's not really a thing anymore in mid lane because of how far the towers are up now. So it's a lot more difficult. But because the ramp is so thin, Ice Shards is the perfect ability for it. However, the issue is that it's against a puck where he could just jump over it with Orb. You know?
Ooh, that was close.
What happened?
He almost killed him.
With what?
The puck just threw an orb.
Oh, okay.
Really low HP Queen of Pain almost killed him. Puck's putting a lot of pressure on this Queen of Pain right
Tootie in trouble. Hexed up. That's first blood. Skimberloo, they get it done, and they're going to find Polosin as well. Rior is man fighting. Rior has tangos and a 3-stick charge, and they get 2 kills in this top lane against the tanky duo. That's a pretty disastrous start for Pepehands.
Yeah, that's the double Earth Spike. I mean, just played really well by the Titans. Like they just.
Oh my god, he has 3 mangoes too. This line's gonna be regenning up like crazy.
Say, he's really, really tanky. Like he's actually pretty tanky. Then with the double stun, it's a lot of it's good numbers. The numbers are good with the Luna Aura and the double stun.
Good numbers. All right.
The numbers are looking real nice.
Yeah. You sound like you're in some fancy finance or statistical science.
I don't know,
department.
dude. It's just like when you take Dota and you boil it. Really, you can look at a lot of these like high-level plays and boil Dota down to just simple terms. Like Dota, in its essence, there's a reason carries go carry. There's a reason supports go supports.
It's because the numbers.
It's the numbers. It's just the numbers on their abilities.
Uh-oh. Paulson is dead again. Skemberloo is baiting, and Tootie realizes very quickly that he does not have the damage, even with Gush. That's another 2 kills that they get to both the Lion as well as the Luna. So they need to consider, you know, maybe transitioning elsewhere or not attempting to go that aggressively. I'm not sure what you need to do, but whatever they're doing top is not working, clearly.
The thing is, though, like, at this point, I don't think you can go punish this Beastmaster and Windranger dual off lane because I don't even know what Tusk does in this game. He can't gank a puck. I mean, who can gank a puck in Dota?
Not him.
There's just like no heroes.
Somebody
Lion,
with level 6 Bane. That's who.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. He can still like silence and orb.
Yeah,
out.
I mean, it's possible. Somebody with a really instant disable, like maybe Rasta if you can somehow get a Hex off, but definitely not Tusk. I know I said Ice Shards are good, and he's going to try it anyway. He's just going to save Orb. He has Orb. He's going to use it defensively.
James is just, he doesn't even care.
Yeah, he's getting a couple of auto attacks off. Fixer's just thinking about jumping in with level 2 Scream, which actually might be good. He could bait, although it won't be enough damage. He didn't even need to use Orb, which is really nice, actually.
James does have the infused raindrop too, so the Scream's actually going to do basically nothing.
Yeah, true.
I think James could actually.
God, there's the
Ooh,
scream.
that was.
And that's a little aggressive. He's gonna dream coil. He's dead. That was not all right. You know what? We spoke too soon, I guess.
We spoke way too soon. That is
To be fair, that shouldn't have happened. Correct. He using the orb aggressively there essentially means he dies. Meanwhile,
that is true, but I keep referring to this. Nusham and I were making. Okay, actually, this Tidehunter looks.
Another Lucent Beam, dead.
Looks dead again.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a rough lane for him.
Anyway,
Nusham and I were talking about this yesterday, and if you're ever in a situation where there's no lane that you can rotate to as a 4-roll, a lot of the time you can just sit and wait for an opportunity defensively, and that's exactly what he did, and it actually came to him. Even though it's a puck, you can't gank a puck, he just waited.
All right,
and eventually, somebody makes a mistake.
This Tusk is now owning. They've gotten 2 kills with him. He's got a haste rune. This
Speaking
game has
of mistakes,
been salvaged.
like, they're just capitalizing on mistakes here. That's all that's happening.
But
is that the win?
It's a good point about the sorry to cut you off, but it's a good point. I have an issue about this Tusk. I had a game today where I was playing, and the Tusk literally sat bottom for 5 minutes waiting for us to walk up even a little bit, and then they jumped on us. And I'm like, why is this Tusk been here for 5 minutes just waiting? You know, but that does happen, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just like when you're in a situation like where you kind of have to do that. That's the only...
Wop is dead. Yes. Although Rior will trade his life away. They even rotate Polison. Actually, this could be pretty bad for Puck, too. They do have Snowball. They're not going to use it. They've already used Brain Sap. Loser Orb's going to miss on everybody. So it is a 1-for-1. The Lion will trade his life away. Not that bad.
Wind Ranger did a really excellent job at protecting the Puck there. Like, the Puck actually was in a really dangerous position, but Wind Ranger positioned himself where it's like, okay, if you want to go on him, I'm going to right-click the crap out of you. And you don't know what his orb cooldown is, so maybe he can just orb out. And do you really want to trade? Do you really want to trade hits with us when he could maybe just orb out?
Yeah.
Speaking of orbing out, there's a Tusk going into the tower.
Yeah. He'll take a tower hit. I'm surprised it wasn't
Ouch.
2. He got smacked by it. All while this is happening, because they are putting so much emphasis with the Tusk, like mid, and of course they had to leave top, it means that the Luna is getting free farm, and Beastmaster is also doing pretty well. It's like 500 net worth ahead of the Morphling. So even though the Puck died a few times, they're still in an amazing spot for Taskus Titans. I mean, like, this Mask of Madness is going to come out in like 9 minutes probably.
Luna's actually TPing bot. Oh my god, what a perfect play.
They have Roar soon, but not yet, though.
Look what he avoided. He avoided a 3-man smoke gank.
I'm not sure how he knew, and they also got the... why did I move my camera up top? I literally missed the kill with like half a second. Oh, that's triggering. Anyway, they got the kill.
They just hexed and Luna ulted. But they didn't even Luna ult.
They Lucent Beamed her, yeah.
They just I mean, just Morph was just... He's just so easy to kill when he's sitting at low HP, but... What a perfect rotation. Just the timing was completely avoiding Pepehands. Like, they potentially had a way back into it by killing the Luna. Luna TPing, not only getting a kill, but dodging the gank that was on him. Yeah, that's like amazing game sense.
It's a pretty huge dodge. Not only that, they get the tower really quickly. They could TP top, although they are... It's not even... It's a level 4 Tidehunter. He doesn't have Ravage.
It's still kind of a hard defend.
Brain Sap. They do need to be careful. Now they're going to back up, though. Rior looking for an Earth Spike. Oh, my. What an Earth Spike. The Hex comes out, too. Power Shot. 1 auto attack. Not enough. Good stick charge. They need another one. And the Salve comes out. He just needs the auto attack. But, oh, they rotated in. Bimbo overcommitted. And that'll secure the kill. The Axes will turn it around and get into 1-for-1. Meanwhile, the Puck does die to Fixers, who was going for a kill. 15 HP for this Queen of Pain. Unbelievable that she survives. She uses her Sonic Wave aggressively to secure the trade. Almost trade, rather. But good stuff.
That's kind of insane. I mean, that should not happen.
That won't be, Jamesy. You're absolutely right, my friend. Why do people keep dying when I change? I have actually missed like a million kills. I'm sorry, everybody.
Dude, there usually isn't this many like solo kills.
I see this Luna versus Tide bottom, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. He'll just sit there and farm. Nope, she walks up and eclipses him because he just I don't know what happened, but clearly I need to be more focused in this game. I don't know. I missed like half the kills. Sorry, everybody.
You don't usually see this many solo kills. Like, these are 1v1s. It's not like, oh, there's a gank happening. This is just a Tide walks up and gets ulted sort of thing.
Polison gets a haste rune. Jamesy doesn't have coil, so he can't go for the kill. Bimbo trying to chase after Fixers, or maybe vice versa. Okay, this is a problem. You need a good shackle here somehow. He does get one. And Rior will rotate over.
Oh, he's not going to take the bait. Oh, but he is going to take the bait.
Oh, my God. And they missed the Dream Coil. They need an Earth Spike, though. They have it. Lucid Orb, Lucent Beam, dead.
That's Jebaited. Kill. That was quite the debate. I thought that the Queen of Pain wasn't going to take it. I was going to commend him for his, I mean, 99% of
the
players
opposite way. The problem is he had like one direction he could blink, and it was down here, I think. Didn't quite work out that way.
Anyway.
Anyway.
He went for the kill. He's like, oh, I'm going to go for this.
RR getting run at. He does his wand charges, but the ice shards will come out. And that's a Fiend's Grip. And waveform, very tanky, though. It's going to take him a while.
Nice. They gave him off the kill.
Yeah,
that's good.
The Adaptive Strike. Level 1, baby. More than enough damage.
It does a good amount of damage at level 1, actually.
It's like a... God, I wish I could do the math. Even just the base of 100 might be enough.
Well, it's just 100 and like it's about 200 damage.
Yeah. You are correct, sir.
Lion smoked up on the bottom lane.
This could be a big
Running
kill.
for the Queen of Pain. Yeah, he's an important kill. I mean, they need to kill the Morph though.
Yeah, they do.
But I mean, Queen of Pain's an important kill too. It's not like it's a bad kill.
So they're gonna try to go for this with the power shot. Oh, nice. That was beautiful. Blinked into the Dream Coil, but they don't have any more disables. Although yes, they do with Shackle Shot and Lucid Beam. So nice kill.
It's just such a hard Queen of Pain game. Like, it doesn't really matter how hard or how well he plays in this game. He's going to still be killable at any point because even if he had a BKB, Yule Scepter doesn't matter because if he has a Yule's, then there's the Lion with the Hex. If he has a BKB, then there's the Lion with the Hex. If he has none of these things, then there's just the Puck Silence, all of the Puck damage follow up. Like there's so much to deal with him in this game that he needs to play so defensive, even with the lead that he had, you know, killing the puck in the middle lane.
By the way, this Tide finally got level 6, which is pretty bad news for him. He's the same level as his supports. He actually got level 6 after the Bane did. That's pretty brutal. I guess Grip is maybe better in this circumstance than getting Ravage, but I don't know. They lost the tier 2. They did get the tier 1 top lane. Skemberloo has Mask Madness and now Ayasha. They get the Waning Rift onto Tootie. They're probably going to go for a fight here, even though they do have Ravage. Skemberloo's going to run in with Eclipse. Tootie is dead because he gets Lucent Beamed and Eclipsed at the same time. And that has been the game that has been going on for this time.
He's died. He's died to like every Eclipse off cooldown. This poor guy. Yeah. As if his game wasn't hard enough.
They have Grip. It looks like Insidious. You don't want to walk it. You're walking into Roar. And they're going to power shot and kill him.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, a little interesting that they walked that direction. They did get the ward down, at least. But look at this vision for Taskus Titans. They've got all this control.
I really like that they're playing around this vision, and they're not letting anything get dewarded. Looks like Pepehands kind of realizing that area is not... It's just not securable at this point. When you're playing against all of these disables, you can walk in and if they have any better positioning than you, they're just going to disable you and kill you before your team can do anything or before you can react. With this vision, it's so easy for them to position in a way to just kill you, and they didn't put themselves in a position at all to get counter initiated on there. Like there was no way. They were just so spread out.
Yeah, it's been a good job. And they're going to continue to try to push this tier 1 mid. They built the Medallion onto the Beastmaster instead of going Shadowblade or Necrobook. He picks up the Medallion first into Blink Dagger, which will be his next item.
Yeah, that's a good build. I really like I mean, Medallion's just such a value item, so you're not just sitting waiting with 2,000 gold in your inventory. It's like super value.
That's dead co-op. That finger looks so cool with a new item, and it looks so sick.
You get that with the what's it called? The Cavern Crawl?
I have no idea. Maybe. I'm not. I've just seen it on my. I've seen it in games. I've seen it like. It's advertised everywhere in the main menu.
It's like an Arcana or something.
Yeah, I don't know how to get it. I don't play that much line, though, so I don't really care, to be honest. But it looks cool.
I think it's the Cavern Crawl. I know people are spamming Turbo.
If you know in chat, tell us, and we'll maybe see your message. And
I just thought that the Lion one might be different because it kind of came out. It came out afterwards.
It did come out afterwards. It was weird.
So it is kind of weird.
Smoke from the Radiant. They didn't smoke on a ward, which is good news. Although RR might be the one that they're looking for. Instead, it's a smoke from Titans. They do have the blink on Jamesy. They're gonna run right into Oh, that's a grip. Waning Rift keeps them alive. They're gonna orb out. It looks like they almost get the kill onto the Bane, but they will lose the win range with the Ice Shards of the Snowball. And that's a smoke broken. Luckily, it's not much. It's just a win ranger. Not the end of the world if you're Taskus Titans, who, by the way, have a 7k lead, plus double damage, plus a medallion, and Roche is dead.
It's such an easy kill with these heroes. The DD.
It's not even fair. RR is barely surviving against Roche. He's actually crushing him, but now...
Roche does so much damage now.
Yeah, the change was huge. I'm surprised they made
plus 60. Look at this. Plus 60 damage.
It makes it so much harder. It's actually ridiculous. But luckily they'll survive. They won't lose a single hero to Roshan, which would have been funny if they did. But So that's Aegis. And now, you know, if you could take a fight with Ravage earlier, you know, when they didn't have Aegis, maybe you can win a fight. But now you have to fight into Luna Aegis, and then you're just like, well, what do we do now? And
Yeah, looking pretty rough.
I mean, they don't even have the veil for fixers, for God's sakes. Like he's like
So what do they do? Let's think about how to get back into this game, because a 9K gold lead at 16 minutes is like, that's basically as bad as it gets.
Yes.
So what do they do? Well, there's
This line is a blink dagger.
And an arcane urn.
Oh my God! See you later, Morphling. Did you see that? He got Waiting Rifted and Illusion Orb with Veil, and it killed him instantly. They literally just needed those 2 items, and he died. Or abilities.
Oh, just the buck killed him then.
Yeah, and now Fixers is dead too. Maybe not 70 HP, but you know, you were asking what can they do to get back into this game. I'm not sure it's anything. That's going to be an Eclipse. 2D might actually survive. They have Finger. Nope, the Ravage comes out. Maybe this is it. This is the fight. They've got the Fiend's Grip. They will get the kill onto the Tide. Oh, they've got the Roar, and Insidious C, the Bane Fiend Grip, doesn't do enough, and Skimberloo's got to chase him down and kill him. And they're looking for more as well. Earthspike coming out. That was onto the Cat TP, but they did it a little bit timed. They're going to turn in, Waiting Rift with the Veil, Elusive Beam, Illusion Orb, and Dream Coil might kill him. He is going to Attribute Shift. Oh, that was cool. Skimberloo, he has TP in his backpack. He should be fine. Well, fine is a relative term. He'll lose the Aegis.
They actually have a ward here.
They might be able to kill him. I think they can kill him.
Legitimately amazing.
Okay, that was the best possible play. Snowball, Adaptive Strike, and that's dead Luna, unless they somehow turn it around. But with Sonic Wave, they cannot.
I can't believe that worked.
Okay, that's one way to do it, is get your Queen of Pain a double
That's
kill.
how to do it. You just have to knock the Luna onto a cliff.
You have to make a 1 in a million play, and hope it goes for hope it does the best. So,
well, it's still a 12K gold lead, but it's changing. It's 11K now. Like, there's actually space on the map, and if they kill this Wind Ranger.
Well, here's my problem, Jenkins, is they need to do that about 6 more times, right?
They're going in the Wind Ranger.
All right. Well,
it's a snowball.
If she dies, it's not that. I mean, okay, yes, it's bad. They lose the Wind Ranger. It's not the end of the world.
But who do they kill while the Wind Ranger?
They can't even kill her. You get so excited.
Dude, I've seen games. This is how we would, on original Leviathan, this is how we would always beat teams with Pudge, where 1 kill, after being at a huge deficit the whole game, 1 kill leads into another, into another, into another, into another, and all of a sudden, dude, it's a snowball effect.
Ooh, RR walked on a sentry. Luckily, he backed himself up to safety. He'll get out of trouble with the Shadow Blade that he has just picked up pretty recently.
Love this build. This is like the Beastmaster build that I'm doing right now too. It's just the medallion, because it's a really efficient item where you're not just sitting on so much gold. Gives you mana regen, gives you tons of damage with the wild axes, with the roar. It's kind of like a Necro slash Helm Dom, where like you're just doing that much more damage in the roar, where you can actually kill people. But then also, when you build into the Shadow Blade, you can roar those units like the Queen of Pain, like the Morphling, that could just evade it in the cast time. So you have this kind of like, it's a nice build-up item to go into the Shadow Blade, but a lot of the time you need that Shadow Blade early, because otherwise, like, you have a Queen of Pain, gonna get a Euls, Morphling's gonna get Lincoln Sphere. Like, I really think that Shadow Blade coming early is super important on this hero a lot of the time.
I agree completely. And although it hasn't done anything yet, it's going to, I think, in the next few fights.
Actually, I think you and I talked about this in like previous series, like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
We thought that the Shadow Blade should have come out on the Beastmaster. It was against the Slark, I think.
Yep, absolutely. We definitely did, I believe. They're going to look for a fight, though. 2D, Kraken shelled up, the Snowball saved, but they're going to run right... nope, they still bump into a creep. Sonic Wave. Skimberloo popped the BKB a little too late, but he's still going to fight anyways. The Roar comes out onto Fixers. They really wanted to secure that kill. They do have Ravage. They need to be careful, especially with Skimberloo at such low HP. I think you might just want to back or at least heal him up. They do have an Urn, and he can Mask of Madness, but he's going to get Ice Sharded. Oh, my God. Good call to walk away. They didn't even have vision of the Tusk there. He just Ice Sharded, and she knew that there was going to be a troublesome situation. So that's the 10-second BKB, and it is a co-op kill, which is big. But they do hold on to the tier 2 tower. I
think that could have been a lot worse, though. Just given that the Luna was looking close to death. Like, if the Luna dies right at the start there, I think that the Pepehands actually takes that fight successfully. But the Luna is look at the net worth. The Luna is just such a huge amount of this net worth lead that if this Luna dies, there is no net worth advantage.
Yes.
Basically, in a 4v5.
And
So.
she's still pretty squishy, even with the BKB. If she doesn't use the BKB active, then she just dies to some of these abilities. But
Yeah.
once she gets like Manta and like Scotty, if she goes for it, she'll be way tankier. In the meantime, they're going to find a Morphling, and boy, is he dead. And they're going to find more with a Blink from Jamesy. He has Coil back in 3, and Insidious will Nightmare, but they'll take it off, and Coil and Insidious will die. Although he's man fighting, he's holding his own for the time being. Earth Spike with the good Blink from Polison to get him out of trouble on the Tusk, which will save his life. Bad news for Titans is that Roche is still down. However, the good news is that this Tier 2 tower is at like 100 HP. So
That's an easy Tier 2, and even 10 seconds. Okay, actually, they're not gonna. I thought they were gonna try to hit the Tier 3 for a little bit, but
it's
a little risky.
Dangerous, even with like the heroes still dead. Like if they stay a little too long, they get ravaged. That's a huge fight, and the TP's from the other heroes.
It is way safer to just chill out and go take this position up for this middle Tier 2.
I don't even think they're going to contest this Tier 2 mid, honestly. They have everybody bottom, and they're trying to push and get a Tier 1, which they're not going to be able to get because they're going to back up in TP now, I would assume. Now it's a 17k lead, so that one kill on the Luna did not transition to anything for Pepehands, and boy, does this game feel really, really hard. I would assume the win probability, if I had it, and if I were looking at it, would probably be above 95% at this point in the game for Taskus Titans, maybe even higher. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean for just a 17k gold lead probably, and then also considering the fact that I think that they have the